Hi, and welcome to Finextra at Sibos TV, and I'm speaking to Mark Buitenhek from ING, and we're going to be having a bit of a conversation about client centricity. It's a lovely buzzword there. So,
Yeah.
how does ING roll out client centricity to their clients?
Well, first of all, we started this year with NPS, the Net Promoter Score, which is a very common technique used on the retail side. And we've introduced this on the commercial banking side as well. So you specifically ask clients what they think of you and whether they would recommend you. And we do that at different levels. We ask those questions to CEOs, CFOs, treasurers, people who work at account payable and receivable. And the answers you get and the knowledge you get out of that is extremely valuable for the organization, and it drives the organization to deliver the things that customers actually want and where they value us at.
So yeah, I've been hearing that a lot about taking stuff from the retail side and applying it to the commercial side, to the corporate side. Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah, and it really helps. My background is retail, with, of course, payments and cash management experience. And combining the two worlds is actually really helping. Knowing that your clients highly appreciate one of your services but don't appreciate the others focuses your organization, not just sales, but also product management, your projects. And we've introduced our KPIs, so the measurements for all people in the value chain. So they are truly focused on what the client wants.
So there's been a number of research and surveys out that look to sort of the priorities of treasurers, and it seems like treasury centralization seems to be a top priority for many of them. So, what is ING's approach to this?
Yeah, well, a very common approach towards centralization is to start talking about tools and techniques, etc. We take a slightly different approach. So we're first going to talk with with the treasurers and with the CFO. What are their objectives? What are their policies? How's their organizational culture and fit? Is that really in place? And that's a very underestimated part of it. Because what you see, you can't roll out centralization of treasury if your organization is not ready for it. And what we do, so we start with first the inventory of the client's readiness in certain areas, look at the sectors and look at the benefits. But then we organize people, we get workshops, we get people in from outside. As our cash management consultants often have been treasurers themselves. And that really helps to get the discussion going with our treasurers. So it's a different kind of approach, not just come up with the products out of the box, but come up with a full approach from a client's perspective.
Do you think there's been a shift towards centralizing the treasury functions, given that visibility and control over cash are kind of more vital than ever?
Yeah, absolutely, and especially in these times, if we look at the boards today, what's going on in the stock markets, but especially what's going on with banks, the additional regulation, you talk about Basel III, the pressure put on banks in that respect is going to make cash even more expensive. And so from a corporate perspective, to have that more visible and more under control will be extremely important, far more important than it has been so far. And what makes it easier for a lot of corporates as well is that the technology to do that has become much cheaper. So the combination of those two, the changing environment, technology getting cheaper, will certainly drive further centralization of treasury.
That's great. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.